What's up, Michael Mansell here, and today we're going to be installing some more security on the Minecraft gaming cave. Now, I say more security is because we've had security right there. Michael, what's wrong with that security? Well, that's a cam. The cameras are fine, but there's some problems with it. One, they're all through the app or through the web browser, which is really clunky. You got to pull your phone out of your pocket just to look at the app, to look at the feed, and by then, the people have broken in and taken everything that you have.
I got robbed by a sweet old lady on a motorized cart.
I'm looking to install an NVR system, or more specifically, an ONWOTE 8-channel PoE NVR camera security system. PoE standing for Power over Ethernet, meaning that all you gotta do is run some Ethernet cables to the four corners of this shed, and I'll be able to secure my Minecraft gaming cave. Ultimate gaming room inside of a cave. Yes, I know that it's a shed, but there is a full-blown gaming room inside this shed.
Oh, wow, Michael, this is good.
And if you have not seen that video, I will link it in the description of this video. No, I'm not gonna put it up there because I don't want you clicking away from this video yet. Please don't do that. We need to get rid of this security camera right here. So let's do that. You know how you remove an old security camera? This is how you remove it. Just like that.
It's history. Kiss it goodbye. Kiss it. Shut up, Tommy.
Job done. We don't waste time around here. Speaking of not wasting time, let's get into installing this ONWOTE camera security system. Did I tell you it is artificial intelligence built right in?
Yep, inside this box is the smart AI technology plug and play ONWOTE 8-channel 4K NVR. Now this includes 4 cameras, includes all the cables you need, includes a little mouse to be able to control the on-screen display. You will need a TV or a monitor to plug this into, but once you get all the cables connected, like the Power over Ethernet cables, which are all 60 feet in length, you've got all of the weather sealant connections that you need for the cameras. And I'm gonna show you here in a second how easy these are to install wherever you need to install them. They've got lots of maneuverability, rotating 360 degrees, and they do have an audio cable, but you don't even need to plug that in. You can do everything over Ethernet via the 60-foot long PoE Ethernet cables. And this is the NVR itself. It has 2 terabytes of storage in it. It's a nice compact unit. You've got all the ports on the back there that you need, from the Ethernet ports to the LAN port to connect it directly up to the internet, and HDMI out, so you can connect it up to a TV or monitor. In my case, I connect the HDMI directly to the 82-inch Samsung TV that's already in the gaming room, so that way I'll be able to pull it up whenever I want to on that TV. The setup couldn't have been easier. It was all through scanning a QR code that was on the TV. After it was plugged in, I just took my phone, scanned the QR code, it put me right to the app, Guard View. I downloaded Guard View, went through all the privacy and agreements, and then created an account. That was very simple. They sent you a verification code, so it's very secure in how they have you set up your user account. And then once you validate your email address, create a password, you are in and you can begin to connect the cameras. And the next step here was to add the device. So I needed to add the NVR, which again was just scanning a QR code on the back of the NVR itself. Once you scan that, it's going to put the registration code in there. You give permission to the local area network, and we are almost in business. This was going so smoothly. I have never set up a network connected video monitoring system that was so simple. Even two-way audio, simple tests I started doing. I set up everything and connected all the cameras inside before I went out and did the install, just to make sure that everything was connected, all the cameras are working, because it's a lot easier to do inside than after installing all the cameras. From there, I decided where I was going to place my cameras. Once I figured out where I was going to place them under eaves, I drilled a hole for the cable to go through. I will later come back and seal this up. And once I had the cable in there, I went ahead and took the mounting plate and screwed that directly to the underside of the eaves with the included screws. It's best to put it in this kind of location. You can mount it directly horizontally on a wall, but I find putting it under an eave is the most discreet way, and you get the most field of view and rotation possibilities from the camera. And then once I plugged that back into the NVR, boom, it came on within a few seconds. It was very impressive how quickly it recognized the camera and turned it back on, which is good because in case of a power outage, you want everything to come back on very quickly and reconnect. And because it is a PoE camera, with the little blinker indicator here, I was able to know that as soon as I plugged it in, I had power and Ethernet connection going directly to the camera. So I love that they had that built in right to the cable. And I didn't have to mess with any power cords, any solar panels. It's all hardwired, so I know I'm not dependent on any type of wireless signal. It's a very secure way to have a monitoring security system in your home or your office. The 6 megapixel Super HD cameras were quite impressive, and how quickly the AI started detecting people versus other objects was very impressive. They give you little indications right there on screen what it's recognizing.
Quite needy, so I'm having to hold her as I go around.
And that was played back directly out of the mobile app from the NVR, so you get an idea of the audio quality, which I was quite impressed with. Playback through the mobile app was also very smooth, and I was able to save any of my video recordings or my photos that I snapshot directly to my iPhone's album.
Quite needy, so I'm having to hold her as I go around.
That is the actual video file that I played back there for you from that saved video clip. You can also set up zones in the motion detection alerts, so you're not getting alerts from areas that you don't want to. So here I'm just going around in coloring in just the area where the paths are, where people might be walking or coming through, so that I get an instant notification. This is playback through the NVR directly on my TV, and it was completely smooth, no jittery, no hesitation, and even speeding it up at 2 or 4 times, which you can do in the settings, makes it very visible. And
hello there, this is an audio test.
And these are the notifications that started coming in from the motion detection. The other thing that you're able to do is reorganize these cameras. So if you don't like the order that they are in default, regardless of which ports you have them plugged into, then you can simply go in here to the additional camera view, like the 9 camera view, and then just start dragging and dropping around the cameras. In this case, I wanted to get the 4 that I had plugged in to the first full floor slots. So I was able to just go in here, drag and drop them around, and then go back to the 4 view, and now I have all 4 of my videos there, and here I can then go around and drag and drop them into the proper order that I would like to monitor them. I still had an issue though with one of the interior camera being upside down, and I looked and looked in the settings, and I could not find any way to flip the orientation of that camera. So I went through the mobile app, I went through the NVR itself connected to it, and there is an image rotation section, but none of the options are available, at least on this unit here. So I tried everything in here, and then I had a little epiphany, aha, like duh moment, and realized that I didn't need to do it digitally. I could just do it manually, because the camera itself inside the body does rotate all the way around. So that's the fix there. You don't need to digitally rotate it. Just get it mounted and then rotate the camera itself around so that it is in the proper orientation. That's the best way to do it, because there are no settings built in digitally to change that orientation. But once I had that done, boom, it was right side up. Everything was good. The last thing I did was then go into the mobile app and do the same thing that I did on the NVR output, and organized my cameras. So you can go into the live view settings and you can add or remove cameras to the live view. I've got 4 cameras. I may add more cameras in the future because it is an 8-channel NVR, but here I can just add whatever cameras I want to the 4 slots there. And then once they're added to the live view layout, I can drag and drop them around on the screen there and order them exactly how I want to, and save this. And you can have multiple presets saved in the app. And I also like how crystal clear this is, because I often just take a screenshot of that if there's something on all 4 cameras that I want to take a little screenshot of. So all in all, I'm super impressed with the ONWOTE 8-channel 4K NVR, the AI detection, the fact that it has 8 channels, it's 6 megapixels, and a 2 terabyte hard drive is included. This is a great value for the money. So I'm super pleased that now my Minecraft gaming cave is very secure. I can be inside here. I can quickly and easily see who or what might be happening outside. Be sure to check the links in the description of this video for the best current price on the ONWOTE security system. You're gonna love how easy you're gonna secure your home, your office, or a shed with a Minecraft gaming cave in it.